Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Testa and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about OBS, and it's a software that I use and many other streamers use to stream on Twitch or YouTube, you name it. Now, mind you, using these programs is a piece of cake. It's not hard at all. It's nothing super complex. It's pretty straightforward. And honestly, these settings will work for Streamlabs and the standard OBS. So if you're somebody that likes Streamlabs, this video is also for you. I'm not going to ignore that. I think the standard OBS is the GOAT. I like Streamlabs, but nah, I'm good. My goal with this video is to make sure that every single person in here can learn how to use this program and stream however they want and just understand how everything works in each setting, because I know it can be a little bit complicated, but it's really not. I promise. Alright, let's haul right into it. This is what it looks like as soon as you download it and open it up for the first time, and it should be nothing going on. It should be a blank screen, and I want to explain the differences between scenes and sources. So it's pretty simple. I have different scenes and each scene has its own individual sources. For example, I can switch my source from the current one to my full screen one. So my full screen one has its own sources, and the sources may be in different locations on the screen. Like for example, in this source, my camera, I can adjust it and put it anywhere I want, but the camera and the video and the webcam border, all the alerts, everything counts as a source. All these are sources. And then I can flip the scene to a different scene to show something else. Okay, so I'm recording this part of the video on my other PC where I'm actually making the video. Essentially, this is what it looks like on my OBS when I stream and edit videos. So pretty much when everything, the way I have it is, my goal is to just, as a tip, just make sure all your sources are in groups and just make sure you have everything organized and named properly, so then that way you can identify what everything is without making it super complicated. Like these are all the scenes down here, obviously. So if I click full screen, it's going to show the full screen, and the full screen has sources as well. And the sources, like the Brio, I can adjust the size of it, right? And I can lock it in place by pressing the lock. And that means, for example, this is great if like you don't want to like accidentally drag your webcam out of its like border or like somewhere else in the screen accidentally. Like this stops that and keeps it in place and doesn't get in the way. If you want to hide your webcam or hide anything else on the screen, you can just press the little eyeball right down here. Boom, now you can't see me. So that works really well as well. If like something happens and you need to like hide your shit, whatever, that's perfect, you know, if you're on some sus shit. But this is my Elgato part. So when I click this is what you guys see on my gaming monitor. So this is my gaming PC right here on this screen. I'm able to do this via Elgato. So if you don't have like the $200 device with Elgato, like the game capture device, like you won't be able to do what I'm doing. But if you have like a PC with two monitors, you're chilling. Like, you don't even need an Elgato for that. You just gotta do the display capture, or which is what you see on the screen here. This is the display capture right here source. I can hide the display capture, and you know, you won't see the display at all, or whatever, of the PC. And this also works too if you want to like do a game. Let's say you wanted to slap your game onto the OBS. How do you do that? All you gotta do is go to your sources. You're gonna go to, sometimes display capture works, but I like game capture. All right, you can go to specific window. The window of the game should pop up. Right now I have Dead Space open, right? Right now it's not popping up because the thing is, I have one monitor. If I had two monitors, then it would just flow, because then I have OBS on one screen and then Dead Space on another. So once I open up the game, right, it's gonna appear, as you guys can see, right? But it's not gonna move once you exit the tab. So don't freak out when you see this not moving, because I promise it's gonna be moving when you're in the game. I'm sorry, I got like something stuck in my throat, holy shit. If you have a webcam, you can go to another source, right? Then you're gonna go for video capture device. Then whatever camera you have connected will appear here. You just click whatever camera you have. It's a C920, Brio, whatever it is you have. It should appear here if it's connected correctly and working. Now, let's assume that you want to add like a widget, for example, your alerts. You're gonna have to go on Google, right? You're gonna go to your Streamlabs. You're gonna log in, right? Let's say I want to stream on Twitch. Okay, it's gonna log me straight in. Go to dashboard. You don't have to see all this, but pretty much you're gonna go to alert box, and these are where all your alerts are gonna be, and you can always test it. So, and the way you pretty much link this whole thing is very simple. Everything, when you click follow, for example, it's gonna have an URL up here, right? You're gonna press copy, and then you're gonna go to OBS, and you're gonna open a new source. This source is gonna be a browser source. Why browser? Because this source specifically is connected to the internet via Streamlabs. So you're gonna pretty much paste the copy you did on Streamlabs, right? So whatever you copied here, you're gonna put it on OBS here. You're gonna put it in the URL. Pretty simple. That should work, right? Now you can always test your follow.
Oh yeah.
My follow should appear right here. You saw how that happened? So pretty much, if you don't have a Streamlabs account or Stream Elements, you need to make an account. Otherwise, you won't be able to have any alerts whatsoever. I'm not sure how true it is for the alerts. Like I said, I'm pretty sure like the average person uses Streamlabs or Stream Elements. So any of those two are great. I'll send the link in the description as well so you can make an account and sign up. It's free. As far as like the crazy animated widgets, you can find all that here on Streamlabs as well. Just browse through it and see what you like. I should get sponsored. So you've learned the basic differences between sources and scenes and how it works and how to put your game on and how to put your camera on. Now, what else do you really need to learn in order to start streaming? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the settings now, because this is where all the magic happens. So what you're going to do is you need to click the service that you stream on, right? So personally, I stream on Twitch and YouTube. So right now I have it set to YouTube, and check out my streams, by the way. And all you gotta do is get the stream key off of your dashboard. So if you have a Twitch dashboard or a YouTube dashboard, there should be somewhere where it says stream key. You can copy it and paste it here. That's all you gotta do. This will link your OBS program to the account that you're trying to stream on. Second thing you're gonna go is you're gonna go to output. So once you figured out your link to your account, you have to go here. And what you're gonna do is, personally, I like the encoder for the NVIDIA NVENC new. It should say that. That's your graphics card. And the differences between X264 and NVIDIA NVENC is very simple. Instead of your encoder processing your stream through your CPU, it's gonna put more strain on the GPU, and the GPU can handle it even when it's gaming. If anything, it's better because you're not putting so much strain on the CPU, which pretty much handles everything. And the problem with that is, if you don't have an amazing CPU, then your graphics card is gonna have to carry it. And honestly, that's much better, because every graphics card, especially GeForce, they have their own video software to record and stream. So that extra space for the software is where all your streams are pretty much going to be taking place. And so it doesn't really strain the GPU that much. Point of the story is, use NVIDIA. Don't use x64 unless you have like a fucking crazy i9 or whatever you use. Okay, so this is the most important thing in the entire video. I really want you guys to understand what bitrate is. Bitrate is the amount of data you're sending out to the software you're streaming. And this is measured in kilobits per second. And this is essentially the upload speed you stream. So for example, I have 12 upload speed. And the rule of thumb is you always want to use you always want to stream half of the upload speed that you have in your internet. So I have 12 upload, I stream half of it, so I put 6,000. This is the equivalent of 6 megabits per second, or megabytes per second. Play around with the bitrate, see what works for you. 6,000 is a good bitrate for Twitch for 1080p. But obviously, if you can't handle it, if your internet isn't good enough, if you can lower the bitrate and see what works for you, that's what I would suggest for sure. Keyframe interval, I use it at 2. Preset is quality. You can put max quality too. I like quality because I don't really see a huge fucking difference between the two. Profile is high. I have look ahead unchecked. Cycle visual tuning is checked, so it pretty much makes the game much clearer, and it doesn't really affect any any of like the software in your PC, no strain, no extra nothing. Like it doesn't really like it's only nothing but good stuff with this one. GPU 0, max V frames 2. Audio is pretty straightforward. Everything's either on default or as it should be. So desktop audio is whatever your monitor is, whatever the display is, and your microphone. So whatever mic you have connected, you just connect it right here. Now we're gonna click video, the next slide, and this one's pretty simple too. Base canvas resolution is essentially what you see on your monitor. So on your end, so whatever you see on your screen, on like the actual screen itself, like this for example, like this is always gonna look good. So just keep it at 1080p. It doesn't really change anything as far as like what your stream looks like for other people to see on YouTube or Twitch. This is what you see on your monitor, on your end. So base canvas is that. Output is what the stream sees. So when you can click your setting to change the resolution, like from 720p, 1080p, this is it right here. So if your PC can handle it and you have the internet, use 1080p. If you don't, 720p is pretty good. Another one resolution I like to use is, I believe, 1600 by 900. So you put 1600 by 900. That's only for Twitch. You can't really do it on YouTube, but this looks pretty good on Twitch. I see Tim the Tatman rocking this resolution. Delore. There's a whole bunch of streamers that use this, so this is a pretty good one too. I like Lansgoals, or Langsgoals, whatever you say. Bilinear is pretty good too, but I like Langsgoals. I don't even know how. I don't even think I'm saying that shit right, to be honest. Try running 60 FPS because everything else looks like shit. If you have to, use 30 FPS, but only if you really have to. This is assuming you have like 4 upload and you really want to stream to 30 FPS. 720p by 60 FPS. I mean, that's your best bet. Here you can set hotkeys. For example, if I wanted to start streaming, I can put X as the keybind, and then boom, I just press X and the stream will start. So this is all your preference. There's not really any other explaining to do on this tab. Advanced, I have process priority as above normal. You can put it on normal too, or high. I think above normal is just fine. Everything else you can just pause the video and take a look at. I haven't really changed anything else on this tab, to be honest. Now let's say you don't want to stream, you just want to record something. You're gonna go back to the output tab. You're gonna go to recording. You're gonna put standard, right? Then you're gonna put, make sure it's MP4, because if you do it on any other of these tabs, it's pretty much whatever you're recording is just not gonna appear. You're not gonna be able to find it. It's gonna disappear, or it might not even work at all. I hope you found this video very helpful. I worked pretty hard on it, and you know, I was hoping to really help out some people, whoever you are that ever wants to become a streamer. It's a fun time. You're gonna love streaming. I find this type of thing interesting as hell, and I wouldn't mind helping out anybody with this. All right, Test That Squad, we out. See you later.